You need to hear this if you're over 60, because the nuts you snack on could be quietly helping or hurting your health in ways you never imagined. Most people think all nuts are healthy, but the truth is, some can actually work against you as you age. Today, I'm revealing the 4 worst nuts you should never touch after 60, and the 4 best that can truly support your heart, brain, and joints. Why are there not more people talking about this? As we get older, our bodies change, our metabolism slows, our organs become more sensitive, and the way we process foods, including nuts, shifts dramatically. That means the same handful of nuts that was healthy at 40 could be a problem at 60. Some nuts are loaded with hidden sodium, sugars, or unhealthy fats that can spike your blood pressure, strain your liver, or even cloud your thinking. Others, though, are packed with nutrients that can help you stay sharp, active, and independent for years to come. In this video, I'll break down exactly which 4 nuts you should avoid, because they can quietly undermine your health, and the 4 you should absolutely include in your diet for better heart health, sharper memory, and stronger joints. You'll see the science, hear from top experts, and get practical tips to make the smartest choices for your health. Because after 60, the right nut can be a game changer, and the wrong one can set you back. So, if you want to protect your heart, your mind, and your independence, stay tuned. The truth about nuts after 60 could change the way you snack and the way you age. Let's dive in and discover the 4 worst and 4 best nuts for anyone over 60, so you can snack smarter, feel better, and live your best life. This is going to blow your mind, so let's get started. Now that you know nuts can be both a blessing and a risk, let's transition into what I call the fat trap, a crucial concept for anyone over 60. While nuts are often celebrated as a healthy snack, the truth is, not all nuts are created equal. The type of fat they contain can make a world of difference for your health as you age. Understanding these differences is essential, because the wrong nut choices can quietly undermine your heart, liver, and kidney health over time. Take macadamia nuts, for example. They're often seen as a luxurious, healthy treat, and their rich, buttery flavor is hard to resist. But here's the catch. Macadamias have the highest fat content of any nut, over 21 grams per ounce. And while some of that fat is monounsaturated, a significant portion is saturated fat, which can be especially problematic for seniors. To put it in perspective, just a small handful can deliver more saturated fat than a serving of potato chips or even some fast food items. Why does this matter so much after 60? Let's break down the types of fats found in nuts. There are 3 main categories: saturated fats, monounsaturated fats, and polyunsaturated fats. Saturated fats, like those found in higher amounts in macadamias and Brazil nuts, can raise LDL or bad cholesterol, increasing your risk of heart disease and stroke. Monounsaturated fats, found in almonds, hazelnuts, and cashews, are generally considered heart-healthy and can help lower LDL cholesterol when eaten in moderation. Polyunsaturated fats, found in walnuts and pecans, are also beneficial, supporting brain function and reducing inflammation. The balance of these fats in your diet is key, especially as you get older. After 60, your body's ability to process fats changes. The liver, which is responsible for breaking down fats, naturally becomes less efficient with age. This means saturated fats can linger in your system longer, leading to a buildup in the liver and arteries. Over time, this can contribute to fatty liver disease, inflammation, and even cirrhosis, a serious, irreversible condition. In fact, studies show that seniors are more likely to develop non-alcoholic fatty liver disease if their diets are high in saturated fats, even if they don't drink alcohol. Let's look at a real-life scenario. Take Edward, 67, who loved snacking on macadamias every day. He thought he was making a smart, healthy choice. But after a few months, he started feeling sluggish and tired. Routine blood tests revealed his cholesterol had climbed, and his liver enzymes were higher than normal, a warning sign that his organs were struggling to keep up with the fat load. His doctor explained that the saturated fat from the macadamias was overwhelming his liver's ability to process it, leading to fat buildup and inflammation. Edward's story isn't unique. Many seniors fall into the fat trap, thinking all nuts are equally healthy. But the truth is, the type and amount of fat matter more than you might think. For example, saturated fats can also put extra strain on your kidneys, which are already working harder as you age. This can accelerate kidney decline, especially in those with pre-existing kidney issues. In fact, Research has shown that high saturated fat intake is linked to faster progression of chronic kidney disease in older adults. Another case is Margaret, 72, who enjoyed a nightly bowl of mixed nuts heavy on macadamias and Brazil nuts. She noticed swelling in her ankles and occasional chest discomfort. Her doctor found her LDL cholesterol was elevated and her kidney function was declining. After switching to a mix of almonds, walnuts, and pistachios, nuts higher in unsaturated fats and lower in saturated fats, her symptoms improved and her lab results stabilized. This simple dietary change not only improved her cholesterol, but also reduced the burden on her liver and kidneys. Think of your organs like a plumbing system. Pouring saturated fat into your body is like pouring grease down a kitchen drain. At first, it seems harmless, but over time, that grease builds up, clogging the pipes. The same thing happens inside your arteries and liver, leading to long-term health problems that are often hard to reverse. Plaque buildup in arteries can lead to heart attacks and strokes, while fat accumulation in the liver can cause inflammation and scarring. The risks don't stop at the liver and heart. Your kidneys also have to work overtime to filter out excess fat, and this extra strain can accelerate kidney decline, especially in older adults whose kidneys may already be under stress. For those with existing kidney or heart issues, high-fat nuts like macadamias become a triple threat, putting extra pressure on organs that are already vulnerable and potentially worsening chronic conditions. It's a silent process, often going unnoticed until lab results or symptoms appear. It's important to remember that not all fats are bad. In fact, unsaturated fats, like those found in almonds, walnuts, and pistachios, are essential for brain health, hormone production, and even reducing inflammation. The key is to choose nuts that are high in these healthy fats and low in saturated fat. For example, almonds contain mostly monounsaturated fats, which have been shown to lower LDL cholesterol and support heart health. Walnuts are rich in omega-3 fatty acids, which are especially beneficial for brain and cardiovascular function. So, what's the takeaway? If you're over 60, be mindful of the types of nuts you eat. Limit or avoid high saturated fat nuts like macadamias and Brazil nuts, especially if you have a history of heart, liver, or kidney issues. Instead, reach for almonds, walnuts, and pistachios, which offer healthy fats, fiber, and nutrients without overwhelming your organs. Even small changes, like swapping out a handful of macadamias for almonds, can make a significant difference over time. Next time you're at the store, take a moment to read the nutrition labels. Look for nuts with lower saturated fat and higher unsaturated fat content. Your organs will thank you for making the switch, and you'll likely notice improvements in your energy, cholesterol, and overall health. If you're unsure, ask your doctor or a registered dietitian for guidance on the best nut choices for your specific health needs. Remember, the fat trap is real, but with a little knowledge and the right choices, you can enjoy the benefits of nuts without putting your health at risk. Choose wisely and give your body the support it needs to thrive after 60. By understanding the impact of different fats and making informed decisions, you can protect your heart, liver, and kidneys and enjoy a longer, healthier life. Building on the risks we've just discussed, let's focus on a specific and often overlooked danger for seniors: selenium overload from Brazil nuts. These nuts are well known for being the richest natural source of selenium, a mineral your body needs, but only in very small amounts. For older adults, this can quickly become a problem. Selenium is vital for thyroid health, immune support, and cellular protection. But the recommended daily intake for adults is just 55 micrograms, and seniors should be especially careful not to exceed this. Brazil nuts are so concentrated that a single nut can contain 68 to over 90 micrograms of selenium, sometimes even more, depending on where it's grown. For seniors, the line between enough and too much selenium is razor thin. As we age, our bodies process minerals differently, making us more sensitive to excess. Consuming more than 400 micrograms per day, the upper safe limit, can quickly lead to selenium toxicity, especially if Brazil nuts are a regular snack. Just 2 or 3 Brazil nuts a day can push you over the safe limit. Selenium overload or selenosis can cause hair loss, brittle nails, skin rashes, and even brain fog or confusion, symptoms that can easily be mistaken for other age-related issues. In severe cases, it can lead to digestive problems, irritability, and nerve damage. Excess selenium also puts extra strain on your kidneys, which are already more vulnerable as you age. Over time, this can worsen existing health problems, and even increase the risk of chronic kidney disease. Consider Catherine's story. At 71, she began eating Brazil nuts daily, believing they were a healthy choice. Soon she experienced memory problems, constant fatigue, and thinning hair. Her doctors first suspected early dementia, but tests revealed the real issue: selenium overload from Brazil nuts. Her selenium levels were far above the recommended upper limit. After Catherine stopped eating Brazil nuts, her symptoms faded. Her memory returned, her hair stopped falling out, and she felt like herself again. The lesson is clear. While Brazil nuts are powerful, their high selenium content can be risky if eaten regularly. Selenium is essential, but too much is toxic, especially for older adults. Experts recommend limiting yourself to just one Brazil nut per week to stay safely below the upper limit. Eating them daily, or even a few times a week, can put your health at risk and may lead to chronic selenium toxicity. Protect your brain, kidneys, and overall health by avoiding regular Brazil nut snacking. Choose safer nut options, and remember, when it comes to selenium, less is more. Always check your total selenium intake, including supplements and fortified foods, to avoid accidental overload. It's also important to know that selenium content in Brazil nuts varies depending on the soil where they're grown. Nuts from selenium-rich regions can contain even higher levels, making it crucial to monitor your intake. Consulting a healthcare provider or nutritionist can help you understand your selenium needs and how to safely include Brazil nuts in your diet. They can offer advice tailored to your health and eating habits. Moderation is key. Brazil nuts can be nutritious, but only in small, controlled amounts. Balance your diet with other nutrient-rich foods to maintain health and avoid selenium overload. By staying mindful of your selenium intake and making informed choices, you can enjoy the benefits of Brazil nuts without risking your health. Stay informed, stay healthy, and snack wisely. After understanding the risks of selenium overload from certain nuts, it's important to recognize another hidden threat that can lurk in your snack bowl: mold contamination. The third nut to avoid, especially for those over 60, is the peanut. But the real danger here isn't just the nut itself, it's what can grow on it: mold. While peanuts are a staple snack for many, they can harbor a hidden threat that's invisible to the naked eye. And it's not just one type of mold. Several different species can invade nuts, each with their own health risks and long-term consequences. Peanuts, though technically a legume, are consumed like nuts all over the world. Unfortunately, they are especially vulnerable to mold contamination, both during growth and storage. This is because peanuts grow underground, where they are exposed to soil-borne fungi and moisture. Other nuts, like pistachios and Brazil nuts, can also fall victim to these molds, but peanuts are among the most susceptible. In fact, studies have shown that peanuts are one of the most frequently contaminated foods when it comes to mycotoxins, especially in regions with warm, humid climates. Mold thrives in warm, humid environments, exactly the conditions where peanuts are often grown and stored. The most notorious mold is Aspergillus flavus, but others like Aspergillus parasiticus and Penicillium species can also contaminate nuts. These molds are invisible at first, but as they multiply, they can create greenish, bluish, or powdery spots on the surface. Sometimes, you might notice a musty odor or a change in texture, but often, the contamination is undetectable without laboratory testing. This means that even nuts that look and smell normal can still be dangerous. These molds produce a range of mycotoxins, dangerous compounds that can survive even food processing. The most infamous are aflatoxins, produced by Aspergillus flavus and parasiticus, which are among the most dangerous natural toxins known. Penicillium molds can produce ochratoxin A, another toxin linked to kidney damage and immune suppression. Even processed peanuts and peanut products like peanut butter and snacks can contain traces of these toxins if the original nuts were contaminated. In fact, aflatoxins are so potent that they are classified as Group 1 carcinogens by the World Health Organization, meaning there is strong evidence they cause cancer in humans. Aflatoxins are strongly linked to liver cancer, and they put extra strain on aging livers. In fact, chronic exposure to even low levels of aflatoxins can lead to liver scarring, cirrhosis, and eventually cancer. Ochratoxin A, meanwhile, can damage the kidneys and has been associated with neurotoxicity, which means it can harm the nervous system. For seniors whose bodies are already less efficient at detoxifying, these risks are even greater. Studies have shown that chronic exposure to mycotoxins can also suppress the immune system, increase inflammation, and worsen existing health conditions. For example, people with hepatitis or fatty liver disease are at even higher risk of complications from aflatoxin exposure. Peanuts are also high in omega-6 fats, which can fuel inflammation and worsen arthritis and joint pain. For people like Beatrice, age 70, who loved peanut butter but suffered from arthritis and indigestion, these hidden dangers made a real difference. After years of eating peanut butter daily, she noticed her joint pain and digestive issues worsening. The combination of inflammatory fats and toxic molds can be especially harsh on aging bodies, leading to more frequent flare-ups of arthritis, increased stiffness, and even digestive discomfort like bloating and acid reflux. After switching to almond butter and learning to inspect her nuts for mold, Beatrice's pain and digestion improved dramatically. Experts recommend always checking nuts for any musty smell, discoloration, or powdery residue. These are signs of mold. Store nuts in cool, dry places and use airtight containers to reduce the risk. Freezing nuts can also help prevent mold growth. It's also wise to buy nuts in small quantities and consume them quickly, rather than letting them sit for months. When possible, choose nuts from reputable brands that test for mycotoxins and display clear expiration dates. The lesson is clear. Peanuts and other mold-prone nuts can quietly erode liver, kidney, and joint health. In fact, several large-scale studies have linked aflatoxin and ochratoxin exposure to increased rates of liver and kidney disease in older adults, especially in regions where nut storage conditions are poor. Nut recalls due to mold contamination are not uncommon, highlighting the ongoing risk. In 2020 alone, multiple brands recalled peanut products due to excessive aflatoxin levels, underscoring the importance of vigilance for consumers. For seniors, quitting peanuts and being vigilant about mold in all nuts could mean less pain, better liver and kidney health, and a longer, more vibrant life. Always choose fresh, high-quality nuts, and don't hesitate to toss any that seem off. Your health is worth it. By making these small changes, you can protect yourself from the hidden dangers of mycotoxins and enjoy the benefits of nuts without the risks. As we've discussed, certain nuts can pose serious health risks for seniors, ranging from blood sugar spikes to mineral deficiencies and inflammation. But these issues don't exist in isolation. In fact, they all converge in one particularly painful and common problem for older adults: kidney stones. Last on the worst list, cashews. While they might seem like a harmless, tasty snack, especially when compared to other nuts, cashews can actually be a hidden danger for seniors. Many people reach for cashews thinking they're making a healthy choice, but there are some important reasons to think twice before making them a regular part of your diet. Let's take a closer look at how these health risks, especially those linked to cashews, can play a significant role in the development of kidney stones, and what you can do to protect yourself. Kidney stones are hard mineral deposits that form inside your kidneys, often causing severe pain, urinary issues, and even infections. The most common type of kidney stone is made of calcium oxalate, and your diet plays a major role in their formation. In fact, kidney stones are surprisingly common, affecting about 1 in 10 people at some point in their lives, and the risk increases with age. Seniors are particularly vulnerable due to changes in kidney function and hydration status. Cashews are surprisingly high in oxalates, which are natural compounds found in many plant foods. When you eat foods high in oxalates, these compounds can bind with calcium in your kidneys, forming sharp, hard crystals known as kidney stones. For seniors, this is especially risky because kidney function naturally declines with age, making it harder for the body to flush out excess oxalates. Even a moderate serving of cashews can contribute to the buildup of these crystals, leading to painful kidney stones and potential complications. In fact, I once had a patient, Mrs. Thompson, who loved snacking on cashews every evening. She was shocked when she developed severe back pain and was diagnosed with kidney stones. After reviewing her diet, we realized her daily cashew habit was a major contributor. But it's not just cashews. Other nuts like peanuts and even almonds contain oxalates, though cashews and peanuts are among the highest. Eating these nuts in large amounts or on a daily basis can significantly increase your risk, especially if you're already prone to kidney stones or have a family history. To put it in perspective, a single ounce of cashews contains over 40 milligrams of oxalates, while peanuts can have even more. Compare that to walnuts or macadamia nuts, which are much lower in oxalates and therefore less likely to contribute to stone formation. What's more, cashews contain urushiol, a chemical compound also found in poison ivy and poison oak. For people who are sensitive, Even small amounts of urushiol can cause skin irritation, inflammation, or allergic reactions. This is a little-known fact that makes cashews a risky choice for some. I remember a gentleman who came to my clinic with unexplained rashes on his hands. It turned out he was sensitive to urushiol and had been eating cashews daily. Once he stopped, his symptoms improved dramatically. While most commercially available cashews are roasted or steamed to remove most of the urushiol, trace amounts can still remain, especially in less processed varieties. Seniors with a history of allergies or sensitive skin should be particularly cautious. Unlike most other nuts, cashews are also much higher in carbohydrates. This means they can cause a rapid spike in blood sugar levels, which is especially concerning for seniors managing diabetes or prediabetes. Even a small handful can have a noticeable impact on glucose control. For example, 1 ounce of cashews contains about 9 grams of carbohydrates, compared to just 2 grams in the same amount of pecans. High blood sugar can also indirectly increase the risk of kidney stones, as it can lead to changes in urine composition and promote stone formation. In addition, high blood sugar can increase the amount of calcium and oxalate excreted in the urine, further raising the risk of stone formation. For seniors who are already at risk for metabolic syndrome or insulin resistance, this is a double whammy, raising both blood sugar and kidney stone risk at the same time. Cashews also contain anti-nutrients, compounds that interfere with the absorption of essential minerals like calcium and zinc. Over time, this can increase the risk of deficiencies, even if you're eating a balanced diet otherwise. Seniors are already at higher risk for these deficiencies, making this effect even more concerning. Calcium deficiency, in particular, can make the body absorb more oxalates from food, further increasing the risk of kidney stone formation. When your body doesn't get enough calcium, it tries to compensate by absorbing more oxalate from your diet, which then travels to the kidneys and can crystallize into stones. Zinc is another mineral that's crucial for immune function, wound healing, and maintaining a healthy sense of taste and smell. Deficiencies in zinc can lead to a weakened immune system and slower recovery from illness or injury, problems that are especially significant for older adults. For older adults, these deficiencies can lead to weaker bones, more frequent joint pain, and a greater risk of developing kidney stones. The combination of mineral loss and inflammation can make everyday activities more difficult and reduce quality of life. I've seen patients who, after years of eating high oxalate nuts like cashews, developed not only kidney stones, but also osteoporosis and chronic joint pain. It's important to remember that kidney stones can also increase the risk of urinary tract infections, and in severe cases, even kidney damage if left untreated. In fact, studies have shown that people who have had one kidney stone are at a much higher risk of developing another, especially if dietary habits don't change. Chronic kidney stones can also lead to scarring and reduced kidney function over time, which is particularly dangerous for seniors. The takeaway? Cashews are a quadruple threat, contributing to kidney stones, inflammation, blood sugar spikes, and mineral loss. All of these risks are interconnected, and together, they make cashews a particularly poor choice for seniors. If you have a history of kidney stones, diabetes, or mineral deficiencies, it's especially important to be cautious. And remember, it's not just about avoiding cashews. Being mindful of your overall nut intake, especially those high in oxalates, is key. For example, if you enjoy mixed nuts, check the ingredient list and try to choose blends that are lower in cashews and peanuts, and higher in nuts like walnuts, pecans, or macadamias. So, what can you do to prevent kidney stones and protect your health? First, limit or avoid high oxalate nuts like cashews and peanuts. Drink plenty of water throughout the day. Hydration is one of the most effective ways to dilute urine and flush oxalates from your system. Make sure you're getting enough calcium from food, as this can help bind oxalates in the gut and prevent them from reaching the kidneys. Consider pairing high oxalate foods with calcium-rich foods, like dairy or leafy greens, to further reduce absorption. If you have a history of kidney stones, talk to your doctor or a dietitian about your nut intake and ask about regular kidney function tests. And of course, choose nuts like almonds or walnuts, which offer more health benefits and fewer risks for seniors. Remember, a few simple changes can make a big difference in your kidney, bone, and metabolic health. And if you're ever unsure about which foods are best for you, don't hesitate to seek guidance from a healthcare professional. Your kidneys and your whole body will thank you. As we age, our bodies benefit greatly from the powerful support of antioxidants, natural compounds that act as our internal defenders. Antioxidants found abundantly in many nuts help neutralize free radicals, which are unstable molecules produced by normal metabolism and external factors like pollution, UV radiation, and smoking. By neutralizing these free radicals, antioxidants protect our cells, support healthy aging, and help us maintain vitality and resilience well into our later years. Incorporating antioxidant-rich nuts into your diet is a delicious and effective way to boost your body's natural defenses and promote overall wellness. Among all nuts, pecans shine as true antioxidant champions. They're especially rich in gamma-tocopherols, a potent form of vitamin E that's highly effective at supporting your body's natural defenses. Studies show that pecans have one of the highest antioxidant capacities of any tree nut. They're also loaded with polyphenols, plant-based compounds with powerful antioxidant and anti-inflammatory effects. One of these, ellagic acid, has been shown to help protect DNA and support healthy cell growth. Enjoying a small handful of pecans daily can significantly enhance your body's ability to stay strong and resilient. The benefits of these antioxidants go far beyond general health. They're especially important for brain vitality. Gamma-tocopherol and polyphenols help protect your brain cells, supporting memory, cognitive function, and overall mental sharpness. Walnuts, for example, are not only rich in polyphenols, but also provide a unique plant-based omega-3 fatty acid called alpha-linolenic acid, or ALA. This nutrient helps reduce inflammation in the brain and supports communication between brain cells. Hazelnuts are another excellent choice, packed with vitamin E, manganese, and proanthocyanidins, antioxidants that further strengthen your body's natural defenses. Research shows that people who regularly enjoy walnuts and hazelnuts perform better on memory and cognitive tests as they age. Multiple studies have found that people who regularly eat antioxidant-rich nuts, like pecans, walnuts, and hazelnuts, enjoy a significantly lower risk of cognitive decline. Vitamin E, found abundantly in hazelnuts and almonds, is especially important for maintaining the integrity of neural membranes, the protective barriers around your brain cells. This vitamin helps support mental performance and overall brain health in older adults. For example, a large study published in the Journal of the American Medical Association found that higher vitamin E intake was associated with better cognitive function. The benefits of antioxidant-rich nuts extend to heart health as well. Pecans and walnuts in particular have been shown to support healthy cholesterol levels, reduce plaque buildup in the arteries, and improve blood vessel function. The polyphenols and flavonoids in these nuts help reduce inflammation and support the health of your blood vessels, which is crucial for maintaining a strong cardiovascular system as we age. For example, a study in the journal Circulation found that people who ate a handful of walnuts daily enjoyed improved cholesterol profiles and better blood vessel flexibility, both key for heart health. Almonds, while not as high in polyphenols as pecans or walnuts, are still a fantastic source of vitamin E and magnesium. Vitamin E acts as a powerful antioxidant, protecting cell membranes and supporting immune function. Magnesium plays a vital role in regulating blood sugar, supporting nerve and muscle function, and maintaining strong bones. Almonds also contain flavonoids like quercetin and kaempferol, which have been shown to reduce inflammation and support heart health. For people with prediabetes or type 2 diabetes, adding almonds to the diet can help stabilize blood sugar and improve insulin sensitivity. Regularly enjoying a variety of antioxidant-rich nuts, pecans, walnuts, hazelnuts, and almonds, has been linked to better cognitive function, heart health, and metabolic wellness in older adults. The combination of vitamin E, polyphenols, flavonoids, and omega-3s provides a broad spectrum of protection and support for your body. For example, the Nurses' Health Study, which followed over 75,000 women for decades, found that those who ate nuts regularly had a significantly lower risk of heart disease and better cognitive function in later life. Even just a small handful of mixed nuts a few times a week can make a measurable difference in your long-term health. The takeaway: nuts like pecans, walnuts, hazelnuts, and almonds are your ultimate antioxidant defenders. With their unique blend of gamma-tocopherols, polyphenols, flavonoids, vitamin E, and omega-3s, they work together to support your memory, heart, and blood sugar, making them essential for healthy aging and a vibrant, active life after 60. So, the next time you reach for a snack, remember, a handful of these antioxidant-rich nuts is one of the simplest and most delicious ways to boost your health from the inside out. As we continue our journey into the best nuts for those over 60, let's keep the positive momentum going. The benefits of nuts go far beyond just supporting your heart or helping you manage weight. They can also be powerful protectors for your eyes and arteries. Pistachios, walnuts, almonds, and hazelnuts are true standouts, working together to shield your vision and keep your blood vessels flexible and healthy. By making these nuts a regular part of your daily routine, you're building on all the previous benefits we've discussed, supporting your brain, your heart, and now, two more vital systems that help you stay vibrant as you age. Pistachios, in particular, shine when it comes to eye health. They're packed with lutein and zeaxanthin, two antioxidants that act like natural sunglasses for your eyes, filtering out harmful blue light and protecting delicate tissues from damage. Studies show that people who eat more of these nutrients have a much lower risk of developing age-related macular degeneration and cataracts, two of the most common causes of vision loss in seniors. These antioxidants form a protective shield in your retina, absorbing blue light from screens and sunlight, and neutralizing free radicals that can harm your vision. Regularly enjoying nuts high in lutein and zeaxanthin, like pistachios, can help slow the progression of eye diseases and keep your vision sharp for years to come. Here's how it works. Lutein and zeaxanthin settle in the macula, forming a pigment layer that improves visual clarity and reduces glare, making it easier to read, drive at night, or enjoy time outdoors. Almonds add another layer of protection with their vitamin E content, a powerful antioxidant shown to slow the progression of macular degeneration and help prevent cataracts. By combining these nuts, you're giving your eyes a comprehensive defense system. But the story doesn't end with your eyes. These same nuts are also champions for your arteries. Pistachios, walnuts, and almonds are rich in L-arginine, an amino acid that helps your body produce nitric oxide, a molecule that relaxes and widens blood vessels, improving blood flow and lowering blood pressure. This keeps your arteries supple and less likely to develop dangerous blockages, building on the heart-healthy benefits we discussed earlier. In fact, research shows that adults who eat pistachios daily can see significant drops in blood pressure, reducing their risk of heart attack and stroke. When you combine these nuts with other healthy habits, like regular movement and a diet full of fruits and vegetables, the benefits multiply. For seniors, this means better circulation to your eyes, brain, and other vital organs, helping you feel more energetic and resilient. The healthy fats in these nuts, especially the omega-3s in walnuts, help reduce inflammation and keep your arteries young, while also supporting brain health and memory. It's a win-win for your whole body. Take Anna, for example. At 74, she started eating a handful of pistachios every day. Soon, her vision stabilized and her blood pressure improved, just like the research suggests. She's not alone. Studies show that pistachio-rich diets can make arteries more flexible and improve overall well-being, giving you more energy to enjoy life. These simple changes, adding nuts to your daily routine, can have a ripple effect, supporting everything from your eyes and arteries to your energy and mood. Pistachios are also a rare plant-based source of complete protein, which helps you maintain muscle strength and independence as you age. Their fiber supports gut health, which in turn helps your body absorb the nutrients that protect your eyes and arteries, linking back to the gut and immune benefits we discussed earlier. To get the most out of these benefits, aim for a small handful, about 1 ounce, of unsalted nuts daily. Mix pistachios, walnuts, and almonds for a snack that supports your eyes, arteries, muscles, and gut all at once. Choose raw or dry roasted varieties, and if chewing is a challenge, try nut butters or chopped nuts on yogurt or salads. The bottom line? By making pistachios and other nutrient-rich nuts a daily habit, you're not just protecting your eyes and arteries, you're building on all the positive changes you've already started. These small, delicious choices add up to big improvements in your health, vitality, and quality of life. Keep up the great work, and remember, it's never too late to start reaping the rewards. Building on what we've learned about the importance of choosing the right nuts, let's dive deeper into how certain varieties can specifically support your heart and brain as you age. After all, maintaining these two vital organs is essential for a vibrant, independent life in your later years. The right foods can make a world of difference, and among them, almonds, walnuts, and pistachios stand out as true champions for seniors. These nuts are packed with a unique combination of vitamins, minerals, healthy fats, and bioactive compounds that work together to protect your cardiovascular system, sharpen your mind, and promote overall well-being. Let's begin with almonds. Almonds are a powerhouse of vitamin E and magnesium, two nutrients that are crucial for both heart and brain health. Vitamin E acts as a potent antioxidant, shielding brain cells from oxidative stress, a major contributor to age-related cognitive decline and conditions like Alzheimer's. Research shows that seniors with higher vitamin E intake often perform better on memory and language tasks. Magnesium, meanwhile, is vital for nerve function and helps regulate neurotransmitters that affect mood, memory, and sleep. It also supports healthy blood vessels, ensuring efficient delivery of oxygen and nutrients to both the heart and the brain. For seniors, this translates to clearer thinking, a brighter mood, and a lower risk of stroke or heart attack. But the benefits of almonds don't stop there. Studies, including those published in the Journal of the American Heart Association, reveal that regular almond consumption can significantly lower LDL, or bad cholesterol, while maintaining or even boosting HDL, the good cholesterol. This is vital, as high LDL is a major risk factor for heart disease, while HDL helps clear cholesterol from your bloodstream. The healthy monounsaturated fats in almonds and pistachios keep arteries flexible and reduce plaque buildup, which is key for preventing heart attacks and strokes. Swapping out processed snacks for a handful of almonds can lead to real improvements in cholesterol and arterial health in just a few months. Magnesium, found in abundance in almonds and other nuts, is also a key player in heart and brain health. It helps relax blood vessels, which lowers blood pressure and improves sleep quality. High blood pressure is a leading cause of heart disease and can damage the tiny blood vessels in the brain, raising the risk of vascular dementia. Seniors with higher magnesium intake often experience deeper, more restful sleep and more stable blood pressure. For example, adding almonds to your evening snack or breakfast can help you relax and support a healthy sleep cycle. Stable blood pressure not only protects your heart, but also preserves your memory and mental clarity. Another important benefit of nuts is their positive effect on gut health, which is increasingly recognized as a foundation for both heart and brain wellness. The skin of almonds is rich in prebiotic fiber, which nourishes the beneficial bacteria in your digestive tract. A healthy gut microbiome helps reduce inflammation throughout the body, lowering the risk of chronic diseases like diabetes, heart disease, and even some cancers. Pistachios also provide prebiotics and antioxidants that support gut health and may help lower cholesterol and blood sugar. Seniors who regularly eat nuts with their skins, like whole almonds or shelled pistachios, often notice better digestion, less bloating, and even improved mood. Recent research suggests that a healthy gut can positively influence brain health, leading to sharper thinking and a lower risk of neurodegenerative diseases. Walnuts, in particular, deserve special attention for their high content of omega-3 fatty acids, especially alpha-linolenic acid, ALA. Omega-3s are essential for building and repairing brain cells, reducing inflammation, and supporting communication between neurons. Multiple studies, including those in the journal Nutrients, have found that seniors who regularly eat walnuts perform better on cognitive tests and have a lower risk of developing Alzheimer's disease. Omega-3s also help regulate heart rhythm and reduce the risk of arrhythmias, which can lead to serious complications. Adding a handful of walnuts to your breakfast or salad is a simple way to boost your intake of these brain and heart protective fats. To maximize the heart and brain benefits of these nuts, aim for a small handful, about 1 ounce, of mixed nuts each day. Choose unsalted, unroasted varieties to avoid excess sodium and unhealthy fats. Try adding nuts to your breakfast, tossing them into salads, or enjoying them as a midday snack. For example, oatmeal topped with walnuts and berries, or a salad sprinkled with pistachios and sliced almonds, can provide a delicious and nutrient-rich boost. By making nuts a regular part of your diet, you're not just enjoying a tasty snack, you're actively supporting your heart, protecting your memory, improving your gut health, and laying the groundwork for healthy aging. Remember, even small daily habits can add up to big health benefits over time, especially when it comes to your heart and brain. As we approach the end of our journey through the world of nuts, it's time to focus on the idea of longevity, living not just longer, but better. Among all the nuts we've discussed, one stands out as the ultimate symbol of long life and vitality: the walnut. With a rich history dating back thousands of years, walnuts have been treasured by ancient cultures for their unique shape and remarkable health benefits. Today, modern science confirms what our ancestors believed: walnuts truly are a nut for longevity. Walnuts are the only nut that's an excellent source of plant-based omega-3 fatty acids, specifically alpha-linolenic acid, or ALA. Just a small handful each day delivers powerful anti-inflammatory benefits, supports heart and brain health, and helps protect your cells as you age. Research consistently shows that people who include walnuts in their diet have a lower risk of heart disease, cognitive decline, and even premature death. But walnuts aren't the only nut that can help you thrive as you age. Throughout this video, we've explored the best choices for seniors: almonds for bone health, pistachios for eye health, pecans for heart health, and of course, walnuts for longevity. Each of these nuts brings its own unique set of nutrients and protective compounds, making them powerful allies in your quest for a longer, healthier life. The key is variety and consistency. By including a mix of these top nuts in your daily routine, you can support your brain, heart, joints, and overall well-being. Whether you enjoy them as a snack, add them to your breakfast, or sprinkle them on salads, these nuts are simple, delicious tools for healthy aging. As we've seen with stories like Eleanor's, small changes, like adding a handful of walnuts to your breakfast, can lead to noticeable improvements in memory, mood, and energy. And these benefits are echoed by countless others who have made nuts a regular part of their lives. Walnuts, in particular, offer extra support for blood pressure, restful sleep, and cardiovascular health, thanks to their unique combination of omega-3s, antioxidants, and even natural melatonin. These are the building blocks of a longer, more vibrant life. So, as you consider your own path to longevity, remember the power of these simple foods. A daily habit of nuts, especially walnuts, can help you add years to your life and life to your years. In our final chapter, we'll bring together everything we've learned and share practical tips for making nuts a lasting part of your healthy lifestyle. Get ready to take the next step toward a longer, healthier, and more vibrant life. Let's move forward and discover how you can make the most of these longevity-boosting nuts every single day. As we reach our 60s and beyond, every choice we make about our health carries even more weight. Our bodies change, our metabolism slows, and our nutritional needs shift. That's why it's so important to pay attention to even the smallest habits, like the snacks we reach for each day. Not all nuts are created equal, and the right handful can truly be a turning point for your health and happiness. It might sound simple, but this small daily habit can spark remarkable changes, physically, mentally, and emotionally. In fact, research shows that what you eat in your later years can have a profound impact on your quality of life, longevity, and even your independence. Let's start with what to avoid. Macadamias, Brazil nuts, peanuts, and cashews might seem harmless, but they can actually pose hidden risks, especially as we age. These nuts are higher in saturated fats, which can raise your LDL cholesterol and increase your risk of heart disease. Brazil nuts, for example, are extremely high in selenium, and just a few can push you over the recommended daily limit, potentially leading to toxicity. Peanuts, while popular, are technically legumes and are more likely to be contaminated with aflatoxins, a type of mold toxin linked to liver problems. Cashews, if not processed properly, can contain urushiol, the same compound found in poison ivy, which can cause allergic reactions in sensitive individuals. I've seen many patients who felt sluggish, had unexplained aches, or struggled with inflammation, only to realize their daily snack was quietly working against them. Instead, focus on the nuts that offer the most benefits: pecans, pistachios, almonds, and walnuts. These are nutritional powerhouses, packed with antioxidants that fight cellular aging, healthy unsaturated fats that support heart health, and essential nutrients like magnesium, vitamin E, and fiber. For example, walnuts are rich in omega-3 fatty acids, which are rare in plant foods and have been shown to reduce inflammation and support brain health. Almonds are high in vitamin E, which helps protect your cells from oxidative stress and supports immune function. Pistachios are loaded with lutein and zeaxanthin, antioxidants that are crucial for eye health, while pecans provide a unique mix of polyphenols that can help lower cholesterol and improve blood vessel function. I remember one patient, Linda, who was struggling with high cholesterol and constant fatigue. After swapping her usual snacks for a daily handful of walnuts and almonds, her energy soared and her cholesterol numbers dropped within months. She also reported better focus and fewer afternoon crashes. Let me share another story. Margaret, a 68-year-old retiree, struggled with low energy and brain fog. She started adding a handful of almonds and walnuts to her breakfast every morning, sometimes sprinkled on oatmeal, other times just as a side. Within weeks, she noticed sharper focus, steadier moods, and even her doctor was impressed by her improved cholesterol numbers. Margaret told me, I never thought something so small could make such a difference. I feel like I have my spark back. This isn't just a fluke. Studies have shown that regular nut consumption is linked to better cognitive function, lower rates of depression, and improved overall well-being in older adults. Or take John, who was skeptical at first. He swapped his afternoon cookies for a mix of pistachios and pecans. Not only did he lose weight, but his joint pain eased, and he found himself more active and engaged with his grandkids. John shared, "I used to dread getting up from my chair. Now, I'm the one chasing the kids around the yard." This is because nuts are not only filling, helping to curb unhealthy cravings, but they also contain anti-inflammatory compounds that can ease joint discomfort and support mobility. In fact, a large study published in the New England Journal of Medicine found that people who ate nuts regularly had a lower risk of dying from heart disease, cancer, and respiratory illnesses. The science is clear, but the real magic happens when you make this a daily habit. Keep a small container of mixed nuts on your kitchen counter or in your bag so they're always within reach. Choose unsalted, raw, or dry roasted varieties for the best results, as these options retain the most nutrients and avoid excess sodium. Just one handful, about 1 ounce or 28 grams, each day is enough to unlock these benefits. That's roughly 23 almonds, 14 walnut halves, or 49 pistachios. I've seen people regain their zest for life, sleep better, and even feel more connected to their loved ones, all from this simple change. And remember, nuts are naturally gluten-free and low in carbs, making them a great choice for people managing diabetes or celiac disease. Make it part of your routine. Add nuts to your morning oatmeal, sprinkle them on salads, blend them into smoothies, or enjoy them as a satisfying snack between meals. You can even use ground nuts as a coating for baked chicken or fish, or mix them into homemade granola. Share this habit with friends or family, and inspire others to join you on the path to better health. My neighbor, Susan, started a nut club with her friends. They meet once a week to try new nut recipes and share their progress. The camaraderie and support have made the journey even more rewarding, and they've discovered creative ways to incorporate nuts into everything from soups to desserts. Remember, it's never too late to start. Small, smart choices, like the right handful of nuts, can add up to a healthier, sharper, and longer life. I've witnessed transformations in people who thought it was too late for change, only to discover a new chapter of vitality and joy. Studies show that even people who start eating nuts later in life can see improvements in heart health, memory, and overall longevity. And the benefits go beyond the physical. Many people report feeling more confident, independent, and socially connected as they take charge of their health. One handful can truly change your life after 60. Whether it's more energy, better moods, or simply feeling proud of your choices, the impact is real. The ripple effect of this one habit can inspire other healthy changes, like moving more, sleeping better, and staying engaged with the people and activities you love. Stay healthy, keep making those positive choices, and I'll see you next time. Remember, it's never too late to start a new habit, especially one as simple and powerful as a daily handful of the right nuts. Make informed choices, and embrace the journey to better health after 60.